come on. Why is it so difficult to set up one Christmas bauble? What did the instructions say again? Let's see. Mount bauble on the Christmas tree. Check, obviously. Open the top and insert batteries. Okay. Depress button on the underside of bauble to activate hidden camera. Okay. Okay. To sync to a phone, hold the button for 5 seconds. Right, okay, now we're getting somewhere. No. Hey, you're home early. How was your day? Oh, good, glad to hear it. So how was your last day of work, Are you looking forward to being finished up for the holidays? I mean, you aren't back until the 7th or 8th of January, if I remember correctly. Lucky for some, How do I know that you start back on the 7th? Well, because you told me, you big dork, obviously. So wait, the schedule was only decided today. I mean, yeah, of course. I think you just must have told me in passing about what you expected your return to work date to be. Anyway, yes, sorry. Well, I'm glad that your last day was good. You're home a lot earlier, so early finish. Yay. What am I doing here? Yeah, very good question. I am decorating. Now, bear with me, because I know how much of a Christmas nut you are. You absolutely love the holiday, and you've been complaining recently that you're just too busy to really give your apartment the TLC that it needs. You know, you've maybe put a few bits of tinsel around the banister of your staircase. You've got, a Christmas card or two on the mantle. It was pretty sad. So I figured that because I had the day off, why not be selfless? And I invited myself over to put up your tree. To put the stockings up over the fire, to just get the place to be more Christmassy, Well, I mean, a you're welcome would be nice, but yeah, by all means, if you have anything else you'd like to say to me instead, I do accept also you're the best, or you're the greatest best friend the world has ever seen, or I am deeply madly in love with you from this act of just sheer care and consideration, or how did I get into your apartment? That's also fair. Yeah, that's a fair response. Well, obviously, I used the spare key that you made for me here. So, yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of put the key in the lock, turn and walk inside. I don't understand the. No. Okay, true. You didn't give me a spare key to your apartment, but you left it. Yeah, you left it when you came round to mine for my Christmas party that Jared and I threw. You left your key on the sofa, and I found it, and I figured, you know what, I'm going to be in the area, I might as well drop it off. So of course I came round and I dropped it off, and I looked around the apartment, and I just thought, this looks really sad. So I stayed. I was hoping, ideally, to be gone before you got back, but no, here we are, and now you know that it was me that did this, and not just some little elf. You're welcome. Right, no, yes, the key, yeah, I suppose you'll be wanting it back now, won't you? Of course, just take it, help yourself. It's not like I don't already have 6 more 3D printed at home. Nothing, no. But yes, sorry, whilst I'm here, I actually have one more thing. You know, I was going to save this until a few more days from now, until a bit closer to Christmas. But yeah, I suppose now you're here, it's a pretty good opportunity. I wanted to give you your present. You know, you always seem so busy, and I know that you like to go away and abandon me around this time of year to go and see your family. So I won't be seeing you on Christmas. So I figured, why not just give you your Christmas presents now? Yeah? Yeah, okay, brilliant. So I actually have the presents just in the room opposite. I'll go get them, and I'll be right back. Just stay there, make yourself comfortable, and prepare yourself, because this is going to be a Christmas you are never going to forget. Hi everyone, it's Pebble, and thank you for listening to another Patreon exclusive audio extract. This is obviously just the first few minutes, and the rest of the story will be available on Patreon. So there'll be a link in the description, and if you want to go and check it out, then please do. This is actually the final Patreon exclusive audio of this year, and I want to thank each and every one of you who have supported me both on the Patreon Discord, giving me ideas and pointers on what you want to hear and what you don't want to hear from audios, to people actually on the Patreon, giving your feedback in real time, and just supporting me and allowing me to run free and with the idea factory, if you will. It's been a pretty crazy year. Life has resumed for a lot of us. COVID is firmly in the rear view mirror, and with that comes change. You know, we are having to tear ourselves away from the bedrooms and the home offices that we spent so many months, if not years, vegetating in, you know, just existing in. And now we're having to go out into the world and realise that life goes on. And I want to thank each and every one of you, everyone who is listening, everyone who has listened, and anyone who will listen to me, this strange little Scottish man rambling on the internet, because you have helped create this community that has helped so many people weather the storms and the trials and tribulations of the past few years, and you have helped us all endure another year. And I hope that you will welcome in 2024 with me standing at my side and at the side of your fellow community members as we boldly go where none of us have gone before. I do actually have 2 announcements, which I'm hoping to get a temperature check on, so to speak. You know, get your feedback in the comments. I will obviously make community posts too, to gauge your responses in case any of you fall asleep to this monologue over this relaxing soundtrack or soundscape. This is actually this is one of the soundscapes that has been released on Patreon that I have cobbled together. It is a winter cabin, so there's a fireplace and a nice room tone of a wooden isolated room with no electricity buzzing, no fluorescent lights, just a sort of an air to it, a sort of still, calm air, with obviously the winter storm in the background. And on Patreon we will be creating one of these a month. So right now we have I believe a campfire in a forest, and now we have the winter cabin, and these are about an hour long, so you can pop one of these on, and as you know, Patreon on your phone will play in the background the same as Spotify or your music apps, so you can pot it away and do whatever you like, and this can be in the background to help you relax or unwind or sleep. So I thought I would maybe put this in as a background just to give you a little bit of a taster of what's to come. But yes, on to the announcements. I'll keep this short and brief because I'm already 5 minutes into talking. I get that I do voice acting in ASMR, but even I didn't know I liked the sound of my own voice this much. So I'll try to keep this quick. Firstly, I would like to mention that an idea for 2024 on YouTube would be live streams. So perhaps an hour, 2 hours, not recorded. It would only be done live there and then once it's done, it's done. And it would be a range of activities from working on an ASMR audio together, with you guys in the background, just chatting away with me. Or we'd be playing a game with some of the patrons in our Discord, like Among Us or Jack in the Box or what have you. Or just a watch party where we go through, say, a series together, like David. So obviously I'd like to know your opinions on that, and if that's something you would like, then by all means let me know. That quite nicely sidesteps when I mentioned the David series into my next announcement, which is that, congratulations, David, Season 2, Episode 1, is releasing next week. And the patrons over in the Discord have already watched it live with me, and they were very much looking forward to seeing how the story progresses. So I do hope that you enjoy it just as much as they have. And I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments. And finally, quite a big one here. In time for the Christmas holidays, we have opened a new Pebble merch store. So previously, the one I was originally using was just far too expensive. I was setting the profit margin as low as it would go, which was literally like $1.03. And it was still like $40 for a hoodie and like $26, $27 for a t-shirt. And I thought, absolutely not, that's not happening. So, partnered with Fourth Wall, I now have a new, lovely, sleek and stylish merch store, which houses both updated versions of existing products, such as the Pebble Help mug. There's a new version of that out, which I quite like. However, I do have my original here. And in my opinion, you can't beat the classics. But the Pebble Help mug has been out for over a year now. It's getting retired. That run of merch which you have will be getting retired. So anything you've got now is legacy Pebble merch, which is weird to say that we have legacy merch, but I'm very happy to see so many people showing off their merch on the Twitters, etc. But going forward throughout 2024, I will be working with graphic designers and artists to bring you new designs and new merch. And we're going to roll out stickers and hoodies, t-shirts, posters, and I think that's mainly going to be the long and short of it. But if you do have any suggestions, whether you want, Pebble hats or socks, or whether you want a hoodie with you walnut on it, you know, in the face of David, or whether you want like chibis, which is something we talked about. Just let me know if there's any ideas for merch that you would like to see, and we will talk about making it a reality. And that's it. You have survived the final boring Pebble monologue of the year. So, to each and every one of you, I once again say thank you very much for everything you've done for this channel. Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and I will see you next week for David Season 2, Episode 1. Good night.